Babylon is one of the biggest upcoming airdrops happening in the Bitcoin ecosystem, and I think it's worth your guys' time to start paying attention and farming this now. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys what exactly Babylon is, what they're trying to do, and how to hopefully qualify for their upcoming airdrop. Without further ado, guys, let's get into it. First things first, what exactly is Babylon? Well, guys, Babylon is unlocking 21 million Bitcoins that secure the decentralized economy. And what exactly does that mean? Well, we all have Bitcoin that is in our wallets and kind of sitting there, and we can't do too much about it to actually earn a yield without going through all these different wraps and L2s and, losing our custody and all this different stuff. So what Babylon is trying to do is they're trying to take your Bitcoin, allow you to stake this, and then by staking this, you can help secure and validate transactions on proof of stake blockchains. And because you're doing this, those different proof of stake blockchains then give you a reward for helping secure the blockchain itself. So this is pretty much the same thing as Eigenlayer, but instead of using Ethereum and restaking to do this, they are simply doing this with Bitcoin. Now, what's really interesting is there's no third-party trust, there's no bridging to any other chains, there's no wrapping or anything like that, and you'll be able to take your idle Bitcoin and while still having custody of it, be able to earn this additional yield. And then different proof of stake chains out there that are looking to boost their security by having additional validators are then going to incentivize this by giving these different Bitcoin stakers a reward. So to explain that a little bit further, there are different types of blockchains out there. Bitcoin is proof of work, and then most blockchains right now are proof of stake. And the way that they keep a proof of stake blockchain secure is people have to stake their tokens. And if they, for whatever reason, go against the protocol, or they try attacking the blockchain, or they try getting more money, more fees, whatever the case is, manipulating the chain in any other way, they have this thing called slashing. And what happens is your crypto that you decided to stake can get slashed and taken away for a punishment to prevent bad actors in proof of stake blockchains. So essentially, guys, we're going to be able to take our Bitcoin, we're going to be able to help validate other proof of stake blockchains. They're going to give us crypto tokens as a result. And as long as whatever validator you were staking to doesn't do anything crazy and try to manipulate the transactions or try to attack the authenticity of this proof of stake network, you are going to be getting those yields from those different chains that decide to onboard Babylon. So it's a win-win situation where we get to earn a yield, we still have custody of this, and at the same time, different proof of stake blockchains are able to be more secure by having all this Bitcoin kind of as collateral for the security. You can see the different benefits that Babylon says here. It says there's trustless staking, aka not needing to bridge, not having custodians, having full freedom. They also have fast unbonding. So if you want to unstake your Bitcoin, it actually happens pretty quickly. A lot of times it can take a week to unbound your assets on these different chains, but because of their timestamping, which I'll go over in a little bit, you're able to do this much quicker. They also say that they're going to have the restaking ability similar to Eigenlayer in the future, where you might be able to restake some of this Bitcoin you're already staking and get additional yields. They're then saying it's secure, it's complete security against proof of stake attacks, and then because of the modular design of this, it is going to work for every single proof of stake chain, and you can actually see all these different infrastructure projects such as Altlayer, which I've covered in the past, that they have partnered with to make this modular and to make this compatible with all these different chains. I'll have in the description all the links I'm going to cover in this video, but if you want to learn a little bit more about Babylon, I suggest you check out their documentation as well as their white paper. I'm not going to go too much into detail on this simply because I feel like I covered the main points you need to know. Now, what's really interesting is Eigenlayer is evaluated at multiple billions of dollars as their FDV currently, and something like Babylon that is using the same idea but with Bitcoin instead of Ethereum has a lot of promise and potential. And they just recently raised $70 million led by Paradigm. And for those that don't know about Paradigm, they are a massive VC, and whatever they touch has really turned into gold. And they have started investing in some of these different Bitcoin protocols, including Babylon. On top of having such a big raise and having the resources to really deliver on what they said, and on top of having the legitimacy of such a big name behind them, having a big raise means that there is going to be a big airdrop. And because this is on Bitcoin, not as many people are paying attention to it as they should, in my opinion. And that's where the opportunity is to really farm their airdrop. Now, the first thing that you need to do to participate in this and hopefully qualify for their airdrop is have a wallet that supports Signet. And OKX wallet is the best wallet out there, in my opinion, for this sort of thing. So download this Chrome extension and make sure that seed is saved. Once you have your wallet, you're going to need some Signet Bitcoin. There's two different places that you can get it. The first place is called signetfaucet.com, but you're only able to get a max of 0.01. The better place to actually get this Signet Bitcoin is to go on their Babylon Discord. They have a channel called Signet Faucet. All you have to do is !faucet and then paste your address. And I'll show you in a little bit how to actually find that address. Now, be aware there is a 6-hour cooldown on that. So you can do this every 6 hours, but make sure that you type this in correctly the first time. Otherwise, you're waiting 6 hours and you're not able to get any of those tokens. Also, the reason I'm not showing you this on Discord right now is I got banned from their Discord because I just put a period in general chat to see if I was a verified Discord member, and I got instantly banned. So please do not make the same mistake. I wish I could show you guys. And honestly, your bot control, Babylon, if you're listening to this, is way too much for me to be getting banned for something as stupid as that. Once you complete that faucet step on their Discord, you should be getting some sort of transaction hash, and this is going to be important for their Galxe task that you're going to need to complete. And just to show you guys real quick how to actually get your address, I'm going to have their BTC staking testnet site in the description, and this is the site that we're going to need to do some different tasks on. And when you connect your OKX wallet at the top, you'll be able to click on it, and then there's a little copy button. So this is one of the easiest ways to easily get your address that you need to paste in that testnet faucet. Now, on their BTC staking site, you'll see that they're saying the staking cap is reached. And what's been happening, guys, is that they've been temporarily opening up a window where you can actually deposit or you can actually stake your Signet Bitcoin. And most of the time, they announce this window one day before, and within 10 minutes, the cap is already full. Within this last time, it was within 10 minutes, and the time before that, it was around 13 minutes. So what I would do is I would turn on their announcements in their Discord and pay attention to when they open up the next one, and make sure that you already have your Signet ready on multiple accounts if you wanted to do something like that, so that the moment this opens, you can actually pick one of these validators and stake your Bitcoin. It's pretty easy. Once you can do this, you just scroll down, you pick one of the ones that you like, and then you hit stake to it, and now all of a sudden you're staking and helping verify and secure that specific validator. Now, be aware that this is all testnet money, so it's free, but when this is the mainnet, you have to make sure that you pick a validator that isn't going to do anything sketchy and has a known name in the space, because if they do something manipulative, all of a sudden you could have your Bitcoin slashed and you could lose out on a lot of money. So just make sure that you're picking one that actually has legitimacy. You can also create your own instead of picking a provider, and I'm not going to show you how to do this because I haven't even looked into how to do this myself, but they have a whole entire guide of how to actually create your own. One thing that I do want to say about this testnet is I saw a Discord announcement saying that this wasn't an incentivized testnet and they're not tracking points, and that this most likely won't be for an airdrop, blah, 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 blah. In my personal opinion, I've seen projects say this before, and then they end up incentivizing it in some sort of way. So I would at least take the time to do this on your wallet or maybe multiple wallets instead of just assuming that they're actually going to follow through on that. Worst case scenario, at least you learn how to use this actual platform. Although you have to wait to use this platform as of right now and wait for the next opening or the next window, you can go on their Galxe and do their quest in order to earn their mystery boxes. And these mystery boxes potentially might equal an airdrop or something like that in the future. I'll have this link in the description. It is going to be a referral link, just so you guys know. And all of these steps are pretty self-explanatory. You have to be in their Discord. And by the way, as soon as you join the Discord and you verify or you go through that bot, you are verified. Don't do what I did and double check because you'll get banned. You need to follow their Twitter. You need to visit their Telegram channel. All this is self-explanatory. The only thing that isn't self-explanatory is this claim Signet Bitcoin. And this is the transaction hash that you're going to submit when you get your testnet Signet on their Discord by doing that exclamation mark and then your wallet. It should in fact give you a transaction hash. I saw some people having issues with this, and then once you have that, you can paste it in here. And then the last thing you can do is you can refer other people, and for every 5 people that you refer, you're going to get 1 mystery box. Now there's already been 176,000 participants in this, which makes me think there's already been 176,000 qualified mystery boxes out there, which does seem like a lot, but I expect this Babylon protocol to actually be worth a significant amount, and potentially if these mystery boxes are tokens, it can really add up. There's also a world where they wait till their mainnet to actually incentivize using their platform, and maybe that's when you can rack up points. So overall, just keep a close eye on it. We don't know exactly what they're going to do with their airdrop, but I at least mess around on their testnet when that next window opens. I'd at least have that Signet Bitcoin ready. On top of that, I would do this Galxe, and then I would stay tuned to see when they launch their mainnet, if they're going to do that before they actually release their token. And if they do that, then there's a high chance that you're going to be able to rack up some points and be able to get their airdrop in the future. And this is probably the most likely scenario because this is what we saw with Eigenlayer. The difference with Eigenlayer is that was going on for almost a year or over a year before they actually gave out their tokens. And with Babylon, that's not even open yet. And that's why I really wanted to make this video now, because it shows just how early you are. If the testnet isn't incentivized and it's really the mainnet that's incentivized, you can start racking up those points and racking up those Babylon tokens very early on a protocol that already raised $70 million. If you want to stay on top of all these different Bitcoin airdrops, everything happening in the ecosystem, and just what's hot in general in the crypto space, definitely subscribe to the channel and join our Alpha Group Discord in the description, where we'll give you a free trial pass when you open up a support ticket. And we've been really on top of all this different stuff happening in the Bitcoin space, as well as the greater space in general. But yeah, guys, that wraps up the video. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all on the next one.